Hello and welcome to Beauty In, Beauty Out, or BIBO Foundation right here on CAN TV. I am Tracy S. Campbell. I'm the founder of the BIBO Awards and the BIBO Foundation. And thank you for joining us here once again this evening. Now, last week, if you tuned in, we were joined by one of our supporters of the BIBO Foundation and the BIBO Awards. And this week, I'm bringing yet another fantastic supporter of the mission of the BIBO Foundation. Now, for those of you who may be joining us for the very first time, we, through the BIBO Foundation, we support, educate, and edify women, especially those that are dealing with the issues of homelessness and domestic violence. We also have initiatives and programs that help young women that are interested in science, technology, engineering, and math. And we also have initiatives that deal with health and wellness of women, especially heart disease, which we do every February. So there's a lot that we offer through the BIBO Foundation. And this year is a very special year for us because it's our 5th anniversary of the BIBO Awards. Each year in Chicago, LA, and Las Vegas, we honor women that are exceptional role models and leaders in their local communities. And we're going to put up the information right now of how you can get involved with all of our initiatives. It's really, really easy. All you do is go to www.thebibofoundation.org/on-air to view previous episodes of CAN TV and also learn a lot about our programs. If you want to find out more about the BIBO Awards specifically, you can go to biboawards.com. And if you want to participate in our online voting, which is happening right now, 27 amazing women are going to be honored, and one woman in each of those categories is going to get our coveted Reflection Award trophy, but it's up to you to vote. So go to biboawards.com/vote now, and you can email us at info@thebibofoundation.org, and you can always call us at 1-800-365-3203. So now today we're going to bring yet another supporter of what we do, and it is truly my pleasure to introduce Jordan Johnson.
How you
Hi,
doing?
Jordan. How are you? I hesitated there a second. How are you doing?
It's okay.
Great to have you here.
Good to be here.
Awesome. So you are with Sky Cares Foundation,
Yes, ma'am.
and that's associated with the Chicago Sky.
WNBA.
That's it,
Yeah.
right? And so for those of you out there that love basketball and support women's basketball, this gentleman right here is associated with their 501c3 organization?
501c3,
Yes, so that supports the Chicago Sky and allows the Chicago Sky, the women's basketball team right here in Chicago, to do great work out in the community. So Jordan, once again, thank you for being here.
Good to be here. Thank you.
Thank you. And I tell you, I'm going to ask you the question that I ask everybody.
Okay.
Okay, at the top of the show. What is it about the BIBO mission that, prompted Sky Cares Foundation and prompted the Chicago Sky to align with us and support us this year?
Yeah, so not only, of course, all the great community work that you do across, Chicago, across the nation, that has a positive impact on women. And that kind of reminds us what we do with Sky Cares Foundation, with our Redefine Possible platform, which helps redefine women's possibles,
Which is
so
awesome,
rather
yes.
that be your career or your community involvement, the Sky will be right there to kind of help you go through those things and to kind of highlight those things as well. And so we like to honor and highlight women who are, doing their thing in business and in community. So at each and every game, not quite as big as the BIBO Awards, but at each and every Chicago
awesome.
Sky
Yeah.
game,
Yeah.
we will honor a woman, and fans can nominate and vote on these great women.
Right.
And we'll give them an award, game experience. They'll
That's
come out
awesome.
to a game with their families, and then we'll just kind of highlight all the good that they're doing in business and in the community. So that what brings me here today. So
Well,
it's great
I
that
tell
both of our organizations are
It
doing
really is
positive
great.
things.
It really is great. And I love Redefine Possible. I just love that tagline, that hashtag, whatever it is, slogan. I love it. I think it's really, really awesome. So, again, you guys do some awesome work through Sky Cares Foundation in the local community. And I want to share, everyone, a few pictures. And Jordan's going to take us through some of these pictures. But this is just some awesome, awesome stuff that we are going to talk about today.
Yeah, so Chicago Sky is the women's basketball team, and Sky Cares Foundation is the charitable arm, like we said. And we focus our outreach on different areas of outreach. Youth and family, inspiring women, of course. We support military veterans. Diversity and inclusion is very big to us. And, of course, health and wellness. We're a basketball team. So,
awesome. And this picture right here is your little Sky Guy.
Sky Guy. He's our,
as I call him, Sky Guy.
Sky Guy.
Okay.
He's our mascot. And he's very active in the community with us, whether we're doing education programs with CPS schools or education programs with AARP Foundation. And others. So he tags along a lot of times. Yeah,
that's great. And look at this cute young lady here.
Yeah, so this is with Laura Betas Children's Hospital. She's a patient at that hospital.
Wow.
And we signed her to be a Chicago Sky player for a day.
That's awesome.
She signed a one-day contract, had the press conference, had the interview.
So she was celebrity for the day.
Yeah.
Wow.
She went in the locker room, came out with the players, sat on the bench the whole game. We took their family out to eat, transportation, that kind of thing.
Is wonderful.
Yeah, it's fun. Fun to do those type of things. And then this right here was at our BHA night, Breast Health Awareness, hashtag Get Pink. So they'll wear the pink jerseys, and then we'll auction them off at a silent auction. And this year, every year we'll tag along another charity that does breast cancer research or serves families that have that type of experience, whether you have a loved one or you yourself is going through those type of things. So we'll have a silent auction and auction off the pink jerseys and other health and wellness stuff. And then this year we gave back to the Silver Linings Foundation.
Wonderful. And it's funny you mentioned Silver Linings because we actually honored Dr. Sandy Goldberg last year, one of our past honorees, and that's another wonderful, wonderful organization. Yeah. And here is our celebrity for the day again, right? Is that her? And did she get her own jersey? Is that her? Oh, wow. That's fantastic.
Jersey and a lot more Sky gear. You see the shirt going, and then a lot of signed items that the players we're giving her.
That is so wonderful. And once again, Sky Guy, as I call him, and two very adorable kids.
Yeah, and we bring out groups, whether it be youth, families, military veterans. We'll bring them out to our games, to our charity ticket program. And a lot of times it'll include donated tickets from our partners. And then most of the time we bust people out. We bring them to the games, take them back home, and a lot of times we feed people too.
That is so
we try to give them the
awesome.
whole experience.
The whole experience.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you, Jordan, that's awesome. I mean, it's really, and it's just great to see that it's an organization that's also not only helping the community, but it's bringing families together. It's bringing people together,
It definitely
and
is.
something that's positive, which, as I'm sure everyone out there knows, we need positivity.
Yeah.
Badly in this day and age, right? So I'm really excited about what you guys are doing through Sky Cares. Now, if you had to just sum it up really quick, the mission of Sky Cares. We know that you guys obviously support youth.
Yeah.
You mentioned veterans, which we'll talk about a little bit more in just a few minutes. But what is the overarching mission of Sky Cares?
I would just have to go back to what we're talking about with Redefine Possible. So I guess that could be the way you can sum it up. Redefine Possible for youth and families across Chicago. And most of the time, these families that we serve are in underserved communities.
Right.
So a lot of the times we'll do like education programs. Like we'll go out directly to their neighborhoods and put on, financial literacy sessions or reading programs or, mentoring sessions with our players and with our staff. So all the above.
All of the above.
But I would sum it up as we help underserved families redefine possible.
Right. That's fantastic. Now, we had the pleasure, I think it's been 2 weeks already, we had the pleasure of being out at Allstate Arena.
Yes.
At your Health and Wellness Expo. And, it was our first time out there, and it was great. And it was great because we had an opportunity to see some of the population that you serve. And that particular day, I believe that you had a group of individuals that were participating in the Health and Wellness Expo, but they were, I guess we would call them emotionally or mentally challenged individuals that came out.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit more about that relationship that you have with that organization and helping to give them an experience
for
the
sure.
day? Yeah.
So one of our pillars is diversity and inclusion. So not only we bring diverse groups out, the inclusion part is very important to us. So you know, we include these type of groups in health and wellness activities, just like the health fair. That was the first time doing the health fair too. So glad you.
Oh, really? I didn't know. Well, you guys did an awesome job. I
great.
had no idea it was your first expo.
Well, that's
it was
good.
Well run. Great job.
So so diversity and inclusion is very important to us. So we try to include those groups, and then other groups like Latino groups, you know, African American women, you know, kids who don't come to Sky or Bulls games or Blackhawks games. So we try to include everyone and try to diversify not only our fan base but people that we serve. So
absolutely.
But people who we serve people who want to be with the Sky, you know. So if you have an interest of, you know, health and wellness, we'll try to get you where you fit in with all the things that we do in the community. So you know, we'll try to see what your needs are, what your interests are, and then we'll plug you in.
Fantastic.
Sure.
Well, I thought it was just awesome to see these individuals that were just so excited. They were just sweet people, just, you know, very caring people.
Yeah.
And they were super excited to be at Allstate Arena. And again, they're dealing with some challenges mentally and emotionally. And you know, oftentimes that demographic is cast aside.
For sure.
And I think it's fantastic that you all are making a concerted effort to include them. So that's great. That is great. So we touched upon military just a few minutes ago. So I'm going to go ahead and show some of the pictures of what you guys do to honor our military veterans, which I think is just fantastic because we don't do enough for those who serve this country. So we're going to transition really quickly here to showing you some of the great pictures here for our military. There we go.
Yeah, so military moment of the game is something that we'll do at every home game, every Sky home game. We'll, just like Redefine Possible winners, people will go on the site and, you know, nominate, you know, a family member or someone that they work with or a military veteran who you see that's very active in the community. And then so we'll bring them and their family out and we'll honor them on court with a special announcement with their title, what they do in the Chicago community, how long they served, you know, what positions they held, and then a big standing ovation every single time.
That's awesome.
People in the stands and, you know, great photo op, and then we'll give them some Sky goodies on the way home. So
now this lovely lady here, I can't see which branch of the military that she served, but obviously
they come from pretty much anywhere. You know, Navy, Army, you name it. So you know, Air Force. You know, that goes back to the whole diversity thing. Just, you know, just trying to highlight any and everyone.
And now this looks like a veteran that, with Sky Guy again.
Yeah, he's everywhere.
He's everywhere. And this gentleman, it looks like he's there with, it looks like a lot of his family members.
Yeah, so we'll bring, it's the whole experience. So we'll, most of the time we'll sit them behind on the floor at our courtside club, and that'll include a nice VIP experience with food and drink and good game tickets right there, right near the players, right near the court. So we try to make it very special.
Fantastic. Now, this lovely lady here came actually in her uniform, which is kind of awesome. And once again, getting her beautiful plaque.
Yeah, it's great. It's a great, great moment. But the other things that we do for veterans, we have a Hoops for Troops game that, you know, not only that does the award, but sometimes we'll do Packets for Patriots and packet some goodies and send it overseas to those who are serving in different places of the world. And then also we'll have different activities during the game that kind of highlights veterans as well. Then we'll do some fundraising you know, and kind of help organizations as well. So
That is incredible. That is absolutely incredible. So once again, applauding what you guys do through Sky Cares. So you're helping youth, you're helping veterans, and you're
women.
helping women. You
Yeah.
guys are doing it all.
trying to
You're
do,
doing it all.
trying
That's
to do it all.
fabulous. Now, I know something. Another aspect of what you do. So you're doing this through community outreach and game activities and things of that nature, which is fantastic. But I know that role models, or this notion of role models, is very near and dear
Yep.
to the mission of Sky Cares. Can you tell us a little bit more about what you all are doing to promote positive role models in the community?
Yeah, so a lot of times we use our players as the influence. So we'll partner with organizations like Youth Guidance or City of Chicago, or even some businesses, you know, that work with other youth groups that like Spark Chicago and KPMG work together. So we'll go to KPMG's offices with one of our players, and then we'll kind of check out some of the youth, like their projects and what they're working on with some of the KPMG employees. And then we'll have our player go up and just kind of share their story about like where they're coming from. And most of the time, you know, the players come from the same neighborhoods these kids are coming from. So it comes.
So they can relate. They can
They
directly
can relate,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
And then the kids start to open their minds up, like, oh wow, I can be a professional.
It's something that's
anything,
possible, like you said, redefine possible.
Exactly,
Right there, you
know?
go. There you go.
So, and then our players, they want to do this, you know. So
Right.
they want to get out there and mentor and go to these mentoring sessions or do like a one-on-one mentor thing. I know one of our players from the past, she was really passionate about, you know, being a mentor to a child that was in Big Brothers Big Sisters.
Okay.
So, you know, we reach out to them and just try to make things happen. So if our players really want to go out and, you know, try to lead and be an inspiration to youth out there, you know, we make it happen for sure.
That's right. So the players themselves are really pushing and getting behind this notion of being a role model. But and does that also extend to those that are staff for Sky Cares, or is it just strictly for the players to go out into the community?
You know, the staff we're out, you know, serving, whether that be through volunteering or you know, community service projects. I know we do things all the time around Christmas and MLK Day, Black History Month. As far as like doing community projects or holiday drives, things like that.
Okay.
But as far as mentorship, you know, that hit home for me, you know, on a personal level. I had a lot of mentors in my life, so I try to do the same thing. But a lot of people that work for the Sky, they're really passionate about doing things in the community. And we work with City of Chicago, who I mentioned. And our owner, Michael Alter, actually founded City of Chicago. And they help youth fourth grade to 12th grade
Awesome.
with education, performance, their attitudes in school, and like their attendance. So
That's fantastic.
all that kind of stuff. Like we include our staff, our players, to kind of just encourage kids to just, you know, go to school and finish school
And go and finish, right? And you know, that's extremely important because, as everyone knows who's watching this, Chicago right now is dealing with a very challenged education situation, right? We all know that. So I think it's great that this that Sky Cares, in conjunction with the Chicago Sky team, they're really passionate about education. They're passionate about mentorship. Now, is it a set program? So for those who are watching that may say, this all sounds great, I want to take my son or daughter not only to a Chicago Sky game, but I want to somehow get them involved with this mentorship and get them involved with the program. Is it a set program that you have? Is it a curriculum, or is it really more just that one-on-one attention and relationship?
I think it's a little mixture of both, or all the above, rather. Most of the time is like if an organization is doing something currently,
right?
You know, we'll tag along and do some stuff. But with our interns, mostly they're in college or younger. We'll have, and then sometimes we'll bring teenagers out to this too. We call it Sky University, and we bring different professionals from, you know, different walks of life, not just sports, you know, entertainment, media. Sometimes we'll bring out banks and talk about wealth management, or what to look forward to when you're going to school.
That's
or,
fantastic. So you're already getting them
Yeah.
exposed to
different walks of career paths,
and to
right.
be financially responsible.
Exactly.
Well,
and
that's
then they
great.
look at
That's
us. I played basketball for a little bit, but then they look at people like me who used to play in high school, but then I'm still in the sports
Right.
world, I'm still in the industry doing things I love too, which is helping.
So they get a
people.
chance to see that even if you are not the next, Magic Johnson or
Right.
the next, Dwayne Wade,
Yeah.
you can still have a career
Yeah.
in sports.
And have impact.
And have an
So,
impact, okay.
that's probably the biggest thing that we push when we do these mentoring sessions. And then, like I said, just like me myself, that's just what my personal passion is. Just to help young people. So,
Well, this is awesome. I tell you,
yeah,
you definitely picked the right area
Thank you.
to foster
Yeah, I
your
can't
passion.
complain.
I know this is fabulous. What's coming up with the Sky Cares Foundation?
Yeah.
I mean, you guys are growing. So, what are some things that are coming up on the horizon?
For sure. So in October 1st, Sunday, October 1st, we are having a youth fitness festival for youth 5 to 13.
That's great.
And I like to call it like a big recess. So we promote healthy lifestyles through this event, and we'll have like different activity stations like basketball, dance, yoga, tennis. The list goes on. Soccer, and youth has like a scavenger hunt sheet, and you have to hit every station and
That's
get it marked
neat.
off. And then we'll have like healthy snacks and food there, transportation. It's just free for all youth 5 to 13.
Awesome.
And then that's one thing that we're doing. And then in December, around the holidays, we do a holiday toy drive for Laura Betas Children's Hospital. And then we are partnering with Positive Coaching Alliance, another nonprofit here in the city, and we're going to do a 3-on-3 tournament. But this 3-on-3 tournament, we're going to push for businesses and other charities to win things to support other charities of their choice.
That's
fantastic.
fantastic.
So that's what 3-on-3 tournament's about, and then we're trying to make it big and invite celebrities, all that kind of stuff, and then all this is leading up towards our big move to McCormick Place area. We're going to be, as of 2018 summer, the Chicago Sky will be playing at the Wintrust Arena by McCormick Place. So
Fantastic. So everyone,
True
you don't
City
have
team now.
you don't have to go all the way out to Rosemont to Allstate.
just
It's
take
gonna
the green
be
line
there. You
right
go.
there. Yeah, the green line.
You have to
right
deal with
there.
traffic. All of that's good.
All there.
Fantastic.
So a
That
big
is great.
2018 coming up.
Yeah,
So,
it sounds like it. It
so
sounds like it.
There'll be a lot of events just kind of leading up to that, just kind of letting people know we're in the city now.
That's
So,
right. And it's
be on the
good to
lookout.
see. It's good to see that it's a year-round involvement that you have with the community. It's not just during the season for
yeah.
the Sky,
'Cause the
Chicago
summer
Sky.
goes by
It goes
fast,
by
so,
quick,
yeah,
right? But you
so
can still stay
try to
connected
stay involved, right.
Yeah, still stay connected to Sky Cares all year round. So that's great. Jordan, gosh, we are almost out of time.
Wow.
I know it
This
goes
is
fast.
fun.
I know it went fast, didn't it?
Yeah.
It went fast. What words, what parting thoughts, if you will, do you have for those that are watching about what you're doing through Sky Cares, what the Chicago Sky is doing, and just in general, what do you want to leave the audience with today?
I would just like to say that the Chicago Sky is, doing way more and more to just kind of raise awareness for the people in the city. And our biggest message, I'll keep saying it, just redefine possible.
Yes.
Whatever
Yes.
that possible is in your life, whether that be with your family, with your personal career path, or just with life in general, whether you'll be like the most wealthiest person or you're in the most underserved area. Everybody has something that you could just redefine that possible with. So that's my biggest message to anyone who's listening out there. Just redefine your possible.
That's right.
There's things to work on. There's things to grow upon. I like to just say, just try to be better than yesterday.
Absolutely.
So
I
it's
love
just,
that. I like that. I like that.
Yeah, so that's probably my biggest take. Yeah, redefine
Fantastic.
possible.
Well, I thank you so
Yeah.
much, Jordan, for being here and sharing with us the mission of Sky Cares, educating us about Sky Cares, and how the Chicago Sky is really doing more than just entertaining us for a season through basketball. They're really making a concerted effort to get out in the community and help us. And we're, again, so proud and thankful that
Thank
you
you.
guys are, supporting us this year as well.
Thank you.
Awesome. So everyone, I'm going to put up the contact card once more, because if you want more information on how to get involved with Sky Cares. And to find out more about them, we're going to have all of that information on our site. You can go to thebebofoundation.org/on-air, and we will make sure that that information is there. Also, once again, our Bebo Awards, you definitely want to get involved. You definitely want to cast your vote for these incredible women. Go to beboawards.com/vote now, and you can contact us directly if you want to find out more about our initiatives. Go to thebebofoundation.org, info@thebebofoundation.org specifically. And of course, you can call us at 1-800-365-3203. So everyone, thank you so much for once again spending part of your evening here with us, finding out more about the Bebo Foundation, the Bebo Awards, and of course, all of our great supporters. And yes, we're going to be back next week with more great information and more great people for you to meet. Have a great evening. Thank you.